I saw something. I saw something very weird. I gotta go back to the world map. This looks like Shrek. No, it looks like a Bulbasaur. Like a desiccated Bulbasaur skeleton thousands of years later after the archaeologists have found it. And that's one of the late game levels too. I can wall jump. That's a interesting thing to let me know about. An hour and 14 minutes in. Come on, allow me to come through here just to see what's up. And of course, it's a blocked pathway because Sega doesn't want me to have fun. On Sonic, you wall jump way too long. You need to get a hold of yourself. Who's Hugh? No, please. Come back. I need an extra life. I wish I could just move over there, but no, I gotta keep doing this cool pose. And now I need to use this thing, which, no, I don't. Never mind, I have to. It is an object that relies solely on my existence to move. Wait, if I dive bomb, I'm assuming that's what they call it, it lets me bounce higher. That's interesting. So if I fall harder, I bounce higher. Physics in a Sonic game from the 2010s. Insanity. I gotta get this. Don't leave me here. Michael! Don't you leave me here! Now, whatever you do, don't turn at the last second when I get this, okay? Thank you. You were too kind. You ever imagine Sonic just suddenly getting whiplashed? Normally he's the one running, but what if he was like a passenger in a car seat, and then the driver suddenly decides to go from 0 to 100? Excuse me, kind sir, I'd like for you not to do that with your... Are you disco balls? They're disco balls that just shoot little electrical balls out of their ball. Is there a way to disable them permanently? No, but they can disable you permanently if you're not careful. I can only hope that Sonic has car insurance. That was actually one of the shortest levels in the entire game. And it turns out there's an actual back half to it. I imagine that's the case for most of the levels because you have to unlock all the abilities first, and you can only explore small portions of them, but it turns out, like, it takes at least 8 to 9 hours to get through an entire level if you get all the power-ups. Turns out that Sonic Colors is actually an open world, but you have to earn that right. It's like the initial campaign is the tutorial. Oh no, whatever will I do? All I need to do is just stand in the center, and they can't do squat to me. Alright, I did it. I passed the depth perception test. I was able to get through the hole. I'd have to say that a good portion of these levels have effectively been just 2D platforming segments with very little 3D. Really wish there was more 3D segments. Oh, wait a second. There was an elevator right there. Can you come back down? Thanks! Oh! I thought I was gonna get crushed and survival instincts kicked in. Alright, there we go. Now, alright, let's go up. Wait, I remember there being like a special thing that you could do with the hover where it's like, yeah, you can do that. Where you could just like latch onto a row of rings and you can just navigate the level that way. Or I could just explore outside of the level limits and skip everything. I want to see how high I can go. Not high enough. I'm sorry, I just wanted to fly over to the final boss. What is that insufferable noise and how do you make it stop? The answer is simple. Get through the level as fast as possible before you lose your brain cells. I don't even care about the red rings anymore. Just get me away from this auditory pain. This is what the government uses to torture prisoners of war for information. You're gonna tell us what their next move is. You're not gonna say anything? All right. And now for the third boss.
This park is huge.
Yeah,
it's an entire fleet of spaceships. It's one of the most
Indeed I could.
coolest attractions ever.
This generator.
Thanks for announcing your location to us.
Stand there and be a nice little target.
He's got a long stick ready.
Sonic, look out!
Oh no, he's being tased. He's making him T-pose.
He's my buddy now.
What have you done?
I can't believe they're completely shaking up the story for the second half of the game.
To get to me, you're going to have to go through your best friend.
The answer is simple. Double jump, homing attack, outspeed the Tails.
Prototype.
Enjoy it while you can.
Oh, I will. In fact, the only way to make this better would be to have you two fight.
The boss fight is gonna be against Tails. He's got his mean face.
This?
Now imagine if they actually followed through on that.
All right.
That would have been crazy.
Lousy, cheap alien energy.
That's the way I rage quit when I play Call of Duty.
I'll get more. Lots more. And then I won't just control one little punk, but the whole universe. In the meantime,
Everyone will have to follow me on my
our
Twitter.com.
own private tour guide.
Oh, thank you. I don't really need a tour guide. I think I have an extensive It's Blimp. It's the Blimps. The double Blimps.
Told you he had an evil plot, and coming here was a good idea. There it is, straight from the horse's mouth.
We didn't bet.
Are you sure about that? I remember us agreeing to do a bet when we were on our way up here. You didn't position yourself correctly. Now I'm gonna spam you with homing attacks. Expert mastery. And now I have the power of death lasers. This is gonna cause some critical damage. Just completely ripped the HP bar away from him. This is gonna be the first boss fight I S rank. Compared to the last boss, this one was so much easier. Y'all are gonna have to square up if you want to defeat me. Oh, it was only an A rank. Well, to me emotionally, I was 2,400 points away from getting an S rank. Are you kidding me?
Hey, Sonic, did you give the guide your complaint?
Oh, I gave it.
I had to go through the proper channels. Like, if I wanted to actually file a complaint, I'd have to go through their website. And then they say, oh, I'm sorry that you didn't understand how things work in this park.
Eggman is getting all these aliens?
Yeah. At first, I thought that Yacker was talking about how Baldy Nosehair was using burps to do it.
He was just burping on an entire race of aliens to subsume them. It's because he's got really nasty breath.
Tiny adjustment and realized he was saying generators.
So, no burps.
It's a generator of burps.
Tell me about it.
He burps into a machine and then
Tractor beam generators.
it compiles all of the burps. The more burps, the more power, the more
Planet.
means of dominating.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. 5 generators? Well, I've already leveled 2.
So, if my math is correct, that leaves us 3 more of those bad boys to take out.
Nobody said there'd be math, but I'm with you, buddy.
We should get moving. Yacker says the aliens don't have much time.
Alright, then we'll just go to their home planet.
Much time.
Soon the
You ever just
mind control
decide
will be
to
full of
do an
energy
evil
I
laugh for
siphoned
no
from the
reason?
aliens.
You're just sitting there, you're looking down your PowerPoint presentation, and you're like, oh!
I reckon I will. Where is your new voice chip?
Got it right here, sir. Just need to install it.
It's just an entire new CPU. Be very careful with those things, the pins will break.
Mouthphone. There. Good as new.
Now, what kind of CPU do you think they use, AMD or Intel?
Cowboy chatter.
Feeling ship-shape with me new voice chip I am. Begging your pardon, Squire, but me and me matey are gonna sail off and search for that lubber Sonic. Arr!
It's not a voice chip, it's an entire personality chip.
Normally speaking, pirate.
On the bright side, he's much more exotic now.
Just go.
Now, that could be interpreted in a multitude of ways.
I will have
Mmm.
In just a few hours, Sonic's world will be under my control.
Now just imagine the bots were still in the room when he said that.
Park, the greatest amusement park in the universe. I think I gloated so hard I pulled a muscle.
You alright? You might want to consult your doctor about that. So we just unlocked the rest of the game. That's pretty nifty. And this is it. This is Planet Wisp. We got Punk Rock Wisp. That's the next power-up. It'll make me edgier than Infinite. And that's what I'm hoping for. Because, remember, being edgy is fun. Hey, look at all this purple sludge that they're putting in the water supply. It must be all the concentrated burps. This is like the funnest soundtrack in the whole game. Gonna head to the next attraction, the coal mines. First, we're gonna take a dive into the poison swamps, filled with toxic radiation. But hey, at least they're FDA compliant. Now imagine if they weren't. They would have cracked down on the whole park. Who else is supposed to compete with Disney? That's the main reason why Eggman decided to take control of an entire civilization, so that he could absorb their hyper-go-on energy. He wanted to go against the establishment. Oh! No, we gotta keep that in the final video. Like, that's gotta be included. And again, you're taking more of my red rings that I worked so hard to collect. It's a metaphor for taxes. Sonic is supposed to be symbolic of tax evasion. The takeover of the Wisp is supposed to represent people being forced to pay their taxes. Me, I'm supposed to represent putting things into things that aren't actually really there. Can I just please play my funny Sonic game? What if I'm symbolic of capitalism? What if I told you Let's Plays aren't funny? I would be devastated. To think we actually managed to get through half of the game and it's only been like 2 hours. Turns out this game is actually apparently very short. I mean, there is a bunch of other content I could do, so I could extend the series, but we'll get there when we get there, in all fairness. I just want to get through the main campaign. No, don't make me do the side content, please. This is my favorite part of the game, standing on the moving platforms. Oh, and then falling off of the platforms when you try to get a red ring. There is absolutely no wiggle room here. You think you can wiggle, but you can't. Or you could just wait over here and you hit with a pickaxe. Oh god, okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to start this all over again. Aha! No, I have to start this all over again. You know what, I'm gonna come back over here. Heck with it. Oh, this is so disorienting. I gotta stay in place. In fact, this is where the rest of the playthrough is gonna be. Wait, there's a laser crystal up here. I don't have to do any kind of waiting. In fact, I could just skip through that whole section entirely and just come up this way. In fact, the end of the level is literally right there.
You know, as alien as this place is, there's something very Eggman-ish about it.
I think he's...
We've been here for a while now, and you're beginning to recognize that he took over the planet.
Guests, if you can hear this message, you are trespassing in an area still under renovation. If you are not a robot...
I want a sneak preview of what they're building. I'm not coming back to the theme park for another 6 years.
The theme of his park is universal domination and the conquest of alien races.
It's more than a theme, it's a reality. He's using them like some kind of living intergalactic gasoline.
That's pretty low, even for a sleep.
He's gonna make the gas prices high. I knew it!
Of indigenous aliens and destruction of natural resources may occur. Eggman Enterprises not responsible.
How did the prisoners escape?
Getting any of that?
Yeah, they're totally freaked out. It sounds like they're in shock because of public transportation and a loony nurse. Oh no, wait.
Yeah, there's this really annoying nurse. Marie! Oh my god, it's Marie! She's saying Hank is collecting rocks, but in reality, he's collecting minerals!
They're saying it was either ice cream or a tractor beam.
Yeah,
They lured them in with ice cream.
an ice cream shooting out of those generators.
If it was, I would get one for back home.
Dude, I'd get 2.
Sonic is just gonna go back home to his like apartment, and there is going to be ice cream. You know, it's one of those traps where there's a cardboard box being held up by a stick, and there's just a bowl of ice cream. It's like, ooh, ice cream time. He gets trapped and he's taken to one of Eggman's facilities. Do you think Eggman has his own equivalency of Epstein Island? where he does horrific experiments on people. And also has like really crazy parties. He invites people like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs and Benedict Cumberbatch. I don't know why I picked him specifically. It's the dumbest shit sometimes. I can never get over it. No, I'm gonna take the long way. I'm not gonna jump up to the checkpoint. I'm gonna go the roundabout. Wow, we're already on Act 6. That's insane. This is like the shortest play I've ever watched. Imagine just going to a very fancy theater in the middle of like New York City or something. All of the top like critics and reviewers are there to watch a play that only lasts like 5 minutes. And then somehow it manages to become a very profound experience. It's just like a dude screaming into a microphone. I can see how people would unanimously praise it. The play is so short that it could, like, you could fit the whole thing into a TikTok. No. No, what are you doing? Well, that could have ended so much worse. Hey, look at this button up here that I can press. Certainly I won't get shot while trying to reach it. Oh, never mind. I totally will. Ah! Viewers, you're not gonna believe it. I have to be the one to tell you this. Oh, man, I don't know if I have the heart to say it. But I didn't get any of the red rings in this level. It's just, man. Honestly, I'm thinking about just dropping the 100% run aspect of this. This is just getting too overwhelming. I should learn to just have fun when playing video games, you know, and stop putting all this unnecessary pressure on myself to be perfect. Oi, mate, what do we have over here? We got a boss reskin, ain't it?
For a fact, these guys are getting harder and harder to beat.
Please remember, all planets in Eggman's incredible interstellar amusement park are, as far as you know, wholly owned properties of Eggman Enterprises and its subsidiaries. All unauthorized photography, video reproduction, or shutting down—
I am going to record myself going on all of the rides, and no one can stop me. The line's coming up. It's coming up.
No copyright law in the universe is going to stop me!
Come and get me, Nintendo. I'm going to post the entire Across the Spider-Verse film onto YouTube. I will not be stopped. Don't mess with me. I brought my Nokia phone into the theater. I am recording it. I brought the SD card that is a gigabyte. Well, that was the boss fight. Lovely day for it. That was so fast. That was a symbolism for how fair use is abused on YouTube or whatever. It's only been 35 seconds? What? It took me 35 seconds to beat that guy. Yes, that is a well-earned rank right there. I've never seen something so meticulously built up with a substantial payoff. I feel like I'm watching Across the Spider-Verse again, which is a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, you should. I will come to your house with a pirated copy of the film, and I will tie you to a chair and make you watch it.
For a second there, I wasn't sure I was going to pull it off. Well, who am I?
It only took you 35 seconds to kill it, Sonic.
See, the important thing here is the alien planet is free.
Yeah, we freed all the aliens. We don't even have to do anything else. We liberated the planet. We should have came here last for thematic purposes because of all of the buildup. The game has, like, probably the lightest plot ever. I want to go back to the days where there's like conversations about deep philosophical subjects and Princess Elise making out with a dead Sonic. No one ever would have suspected Princess Elise as a furry. Then again, it was heavily foreshadowed, especially when she was in that fursuit. I've never played Sonic 06. It was like her and Mephiles. They were at a slumber party. They were the only ones there. Not even Sonic came. Thank God they reset the timeline, or things would have been weird. In universe. We're also in an underwater level with a Japanese aesthetic, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna go for a swim, but as a drill, because who cares about the normal kind of swimming? Besides, Sonic can't even swim. This is like his life jacket, like those little balloon things that you put in your arms. I have the power to push boxes, don't underestimate me. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog, the fastest thing alive. I have the power of God and anime on my side.
Please avoid breaking the glass, as it is the only thing.
I want to break the glass so badly. I look at those animals thriving in their little aquarium, and I'm like, man, maybe they're a little too happy. We're good. I'm safe. Oh no! I've got. Never mind. I can't breathe underwater. Q, the most underrated Impractical Joker. All right, so the final one is somewhere around here, but the goal. You know what? I'm gonna go underneath it. The red ring has to be somewhere. I am going to find it. And again, I don't really feel like putting in the work. Such character development. Like, I started off this series so emotionally dependent on getting them, and nowadays I just don't even care. Also, somebody flooded the pagoda. Was it Q? Did he get punished in another episode of Impractical Jokers? Was he supposed to flood a building? What if I decided to spend the rest of the level just up on the surface? What's stopping me from doing that? Besides these spiky balls that will guarantee my demise. Alright, fine. I will go under the water. I don't wanna. Do I look like a fish to you? We're not even part of the same gene pool. That's really high up. I'm just straight up at the top of the dome. And apparently there's a dome. Oh! I lied. I had no character development at all. I'm still deep down emotionally dependent on the red rings. I'm gonna get you. I gotcha. I no longer feel that cognitive dissonance telling me that something is wrong with the world around me. I love how when Sonic falls, he falls very slowly against the Earth's gravity. Wait, isn't this the level where if you go this way, it takes you to the end of it? You can just skip past the whole thing? Actually, no, I don't think that actually is a real thing. There certainly is a lot more content back here than I expected. And there's also this. My favorite. Look at the big giant jellyfish. Don't touch it or you will get stung and I'll have to pee on you. That's not actually a real thing. Oh, whoa, we got big mean mech boy. He almost punched me. He was so close to punching me. He could have hit me really hard. Just for the record, I think it's illegal to have spiked balls in your lake. I got 20 bucks. Got 20 bucks to my name. Gonna spend it all at the gift shop. Gotta get back up to the surface before I drown. When you're a drill, oxygen is not needed. Oh, you just had to do that. You had to be slick. You just had to try and trick me. And the robot is back. He's here to cause problems. Shooting lasers at me. Oh, so menacing. You're trying to punch me with spiky clubs. He's got them spiky gauntlets on. But nonetheless, you're still destructible. We got another level with another trampoline that only moves when I move. But you can't move too fast, otherwise it won't be able to catch up with you. Wait a second. No. I have to move in sync with the trampoline. It's not the other way around. If you deviate from the course, it'll take it as a personal offense and it will leave you. This time we got 3 trampolines, all of them willing to throw you under the bus. In fact, when you dive bomb on them, it'll be directed towards an oncoming vehicle. Sounds like the opening to the Powerpuff Girls. Butters, Blossom, and Bubblecup are about to fight crime. The fishes. I don't know what the purpose of the fishes are. I think they're meant to protect me from the evil might of the Powerpuff Girls. You thought the bit was over. Oh, it's only just begun. Mojo Jojo did nothing wrong. Okay, I'm just saying a bunch of controversial buzzwords. Wait, where did the fish go? No, I said something that upset them. Apparently, Mojo Jojo did a lot of wrong. Mojo Jojo Mama. and now a timer is playing. Yeah, I've incurred the wrath of Sonic EXE. No, I've incurred the wrath of my lungs. and the lack of oxygen being supplied to them. My lungs are so demanding. Jeez, you're so picky. You know that? You're like a spoiled child. And what's worse is you're actually a part of my body, and I have to rely on you for my survival. If I do not get back up to the surface, I am duped. I broke some vases. Well, it's a sacrifice that always has to be paid. I don't know why, but I just suddenly started thinking about General Tso's chicken. I'm just really hungry.